Happy Friday. This is Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria here. Welcome back to my channel. I recently acquired this bag. I should say inherited this bag of yarn. And there are some funky fibers in here. And I know a lot of you don't like to work with this. Sorry for the glare, if there's a glare. I know a lot of you don't like to work with this type of yarn. I can tell that this is Lion Brand Homespun, which inspired me to make a series called Funky Fiber Friday. And I'm going to start making things and showing you every Friday some of the things I make out of these funky fibers. A lot of people have these types of yarn. This is like this feels, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of those scrubby pads for your butts. It's not uncomfortable. But you can see it's kind of wispy and eyelashy. And then I've got like this little beaded purple kind. You can see that. I've got this textured yarn. It's all fuzzy and funky. Of course, we know we all have this fun fur type of yarn. I've got a bunch of this. It's like you can see the regular strand of yarn, and then it's got all these eyelash fuzzies coming on top of it. I have more fun fur and fuzzy yarn. Look at that one. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, Funky Fiber Friday. I'm going to make some things and show you guys what I make with this stuff. And let's get started. I wanted to talk about some of the funky, I'm calling it funky fibers. They're not funky, there's nothing wrong with the fibers, but a lot of people do not like working with some of these fibers because either they can't see the stitches, which I totally understand. There's some of these yarns that I use that I have a lot of trouble seeing the stitches. I use a bigger crochet hook, which helps. I also have a magnifying light, which helps because of the fact I'm legally blind in one of my eyes anyway, so it just helps. It helps me see, and I don't know what I wanted to say there. It just helps me see. Of course, I have a really bright overhead light that my husband installed when we put together my craft room, which I absolutely love. It's a fantastic light, but it's almost too bright. Anyways, I'm going off topic. My whole point of making this video is I wanted to have not a series per se of every Friday posting a video of something I've made out of funky fibers, because realistically, I am not going to be able to make something every single week to show you what I'm making in my funky fibers. So I might just do it maybe once a month. That sounds good to me, about once a month. I could probably finagle something once a month made out of my funky fibers. But I just love these types of yarns. I've made hats and scarves and used it to embellish boot cuffs. I will include some pictures just to show you a couple things that I've made out of it, but mostly hats, scarves, and ruffle around boot cuffs, ruffle around hats. Things of that nature. I haven't made any like baby dresses or anything like that to show you that yet. Hey, could be in my future, now that I'm a grandma. But these are the funky fibers I'm talking about. The kind of yarn that is like the Lion Brand Homespun or the Bousselet or the Maker yarn. But look at these amazing colors and textures, and I love it, love it, love it. Of course, we all know homespun. It's got this, you know, the weavy type, but they've got the most amazing colors. And I love it so much. I do. I really, really love it. I love the fun fur. I like the fuzziness of it. Oh, that's not fun fur. I like the fuzziness of it. You can add this as embellishments around hats. You can incorporate it holding, I mean, we've seen Crystal use this a billion times. She holds it with another strand and crochets it into her items. I mean, there's so many things you can do with fun fur, with funky fibers. And I just thought, you know what? A lot of people avoid this because they're just like, what would I do with that? What would I do with it? So I'm going to start this Friday, right now, showing you guys things that I make with funky fibers. I know in the past, I will link a couple of those videos down below if you'd like, but I will show you pictures. I have boot cuffs that I made with white fun fur around the top. I made a kid's hat for donation during the holidays, you know, a Christmas hat with the white fun fur around the top. I have made, I think 3 scarves in all the years I've been crocheting, but I made it out of homespun. I've made, oh gosh, countless hats made out of homespun. Just lots of things. I got something in my eye. Just lots of things. You know, it's so soft. And I think I have some granny squares in one of my forgotten whips that I used this out of. I know Kim from Classy Kim's Crochet makes like granny square, makes granny square blankets out of it. So there's just lots of stuff you can do. All right, I'm rambling now. Let me get started with my first item I want to show you that I have made out of my funky fibers. So I used this Bernat Baby Bousselet. Just pink and blues in there. And it's kind of that textured, funky, humpy, bumpy. I get my glasses on. I didn't have my glasses on because the glare. I'm trying to find the information for you. You had 6.5 millimeter hook, crochet hook. It has a pattern on here for to make the baby sweater. It's machine washable and dryable. It is considered a bulky 5. It's a 100-gram ball, 3.5 ounces, and there's approximately 180 yards or 165 meters. But it's just, I love it. I love the color. Of course, blue never shows up as vibrant sometimes on here as it is in person, but it's just real pretty. So I used this, and then I actually used Bernat Baby blanket yarn. I had a little bit of this skein left. See, this is why I don't have ball bands anymore, because they get destroyed and then I just throw them and keep this. But I held on to this one. So we all know Bernat Baby blanket yarn. It is a super bulky 6. 100-gram ball, 100% polyester, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so anyways, this is the color I used. And people are probably like, what? You're mixing fibers? Yes, I am. I don't always, but when I do, I use Bernat Baby Blanket and Baby Bousselet. Just kidding. But yeah, sometimes I do, and it looks fantastic. If it doesn't look cute, then I take it apart. So, but here's a little baby hat I made. Aww. Look at how sweet this is. So this is a little baby hat I made. But it turns out, look at the texture, and it's bumpy. And I just think it turned out super, super cute. It's so soft around the brim. So Funky Fiber Friday. Here's one of the hats I made. I held this. I cannot tell a lie. I did hold this with a pink strand of yarn. Just regular. I know, look at me. I'm going crazy mixing all these yarns together. But I held it with a baby. I want to say it was, can't remember the name. I think it was a Caron Simply Soft, or I don't know. It was another baby yarn, but a light pink strand. I held a light pink and this together. And it just made this super, it's so soft and it's just so soft. So this is a baby hat that I made. Yeah, just cute. Funky Fiber Friday, one of the hats I made. So that's that one. And then I made a kid's hat, like a toddler. It's this toddler hat. I used this. I don't know what it is because, of course, the ball band is missing. A lot of the yarn that I inherit or get from family and friends, I don't have the ball bands. Not going to happen. So, but I held it with a black strand of worsted weight Red Heart Super Saver. And I made this hat using this. But I just love it. I love how it turned out. I just did a front post, back post brim. But I just love, I don't know if you can see it very good, but the texture, the humpies and the bumpies, and it's really soft. I was just experimenting. I was just messing around with some of the yarns, and I was like, you know, I want to see if I held it with this or held it with that, if it would work out good, if it would be soft, pliable, comfortable, warm. So it's always good to test like on a hat because they're small, and baby and toddler hats are the smallest. So I know some babies and toddlers that I can give these to, so it's not like they're going to waste, or I could always donate them to charitable organizations that are asking for toddler hats. I'm talking under school age, you know, like 3-4 years old. So, well, y'all know what a toddler is, but yeah, Funky Fiber Friday. So that's that one. And then I have one more. I'm just looking for it. I think I buried it over here under my pile of goodness. Oh, no, I didn't. It's right here. Then I have, a while back, I want to say like 2 years ago, I wanted to make a scarf for my husband. He's not really a scarf wearing person, but he loves the hats that I make, and he's got several, and he always puts in requests, and he always asks for black and gray and white because he's a Raiders fan. So I started making him a scarf. I was about 3/4 of the way done with it, and he was like, yeah, I gotta be honest, I probably won't actually wear a scarf. So, which is totally fine. Scarves are not all men's things, you know. So I pulled it all out, wound it all up into these balls, and it's been sitting in a plastic Ziploc bag, probably, no joke, for like 2.5 years. So I wound up pulling that out of the Ziploc bag, and I thought, let me make a hat out of that. Let me see how that works up. You know, I'm sure it's going to be fine. It's soft, you know, it's super soft. So I made this hat. Again, it's a toddler hat. It's a little toddler hat. I held a black worsted weight yarn with it, Red Heart Super Saver black worsted weight yarn. It's got the front post, back post, double crochet brim. Just a basic, I think it's a half double crochet or double crochet, but it's nice and thick and warm and soft. I'm really liking these hats. I'm loving how soft they are and heavy duty. You know, I mean, we make some hats, you know, some hat patterns, and you hold it up and it's like, not holy, but there's more space between the stitches. But when you have it doubled up like that, man, it makes for a really nice, durable, sturdy hat. So I really like this. I really like this. It'll be nice and warm for a child that lives up here in the super cold environment that we have in the winter sometimes. So yeah, this will be great. This will be great. So Funky Fiber Friday. I would love to know some ideas from you guys. If you'd post down below in the comment box things that you make, or if you even use homespun or things like that, fun fur. I would love to know some things that you guys have made in the past or that you would like to make, patterns that you've used. I mean, I know Bag-O-Day. I know. And I know of, I don't know if I'm saying the channel name right, Majovial Crochet, the All Crafts channel, Yolanda Soto Lopez, you know, a lot of those people that have been around a long time that we all are aware of. I just like this yarn so much. And I just want to know what you guys have made with it. If you have made anything with it, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm super interested. And anything you have made with it, I would love it if you guys would email me. Email me photos. I love, love, love seeing things that other people have made. That's why I love watching so many YouTube channels and creators that have, you know, either designed their own patterns or are working on their own patterns. I love the creative process, watching how they came up with something, the inspiration on how they came up with something. I love seeing photos of pictures, obviously photos of pictures. I like seeing pictures of things that people have made out of either unique fibers or just, you know, not just unique fibers, but anything at all. So show me what you got, guys. Show me what you got, or at least tell me, direct me on where to go to find patterns that you have used in the past. I would love to see it. I saw a really, really cute one the other day. I can't remember the website, but I think I'm going to attempt that for my next Funky Fiber Friday in April. I think I will just do this once a month because, you know, sometimes life gets in the way and you can't always crochet and, you know, you're busy working and helping others and, you know, life. So I think once a month will be a good thing. I can't promise you it will always be on the second month or the second Friday of the month. I can try, I can aim for that, but just know that it'll be once a month. I'll have a Funky Fiber Friday video and show you the things I've made using funky fibers. All right, guys, thank you for joining me and thank you for watching. I appreciate all of the comments and all of the kind words, and I just appreciate you all so very much, and I'm very grateful that you guys want to spend a little bit of your time with me. So thank you. We'll see you again soon. Happy Friday, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. Alaska Crafty Gal Victoria here. Bye-bye.